Okay. Anyway, a very good welcome to you all. This video is going to be focusing on, MACD convergence and divergence, right? So basically, this is, you see, much of the indicators that you're going to come across, they're all classified as lagging indicators. For the reason that they give you what has already happened. So they're telling you what has already happened, right? Which won't be of any usefulness to you as a trader, because you're basically much more interested on what's going to happen, not on what has already happened, right? However, see with MACD, although it's a lagging indicator, it does give you leading signals from time to time, right? Those are basically MACD convergence and MACD divergence, right? So this is based on logic that see whatever information that you're getting from the indicator, it's whatever information it is giving to you, it is getting from a price movement, right? So at any point in time, we're expecting the indicator to follow whatever the price is doing. So meaning when the price is going up, then we're expecting the indicator to go up in that regard. However, it won't always be the case, and whenever that happens, or whenever there's a case where the indicator and the price are not in congruence or not in agreement with each other, it is said that the indicator has diverged, okay? So divergence, that's basically when an indicator deviates or sways from the price movement, okay? For an example here, so let's start off by looking at the MACD as an indicator, right? So the MACD is normally, it's a momentum indicator, right? It comes with a preset imaginary zero line. Okay, I've already drawn it for you, okay? That red horizontal line, okay? And then it is composed of histograms. See those black bars here? They are called histograms, okay? So whenever you have those black bars above the zero line, it is said that it's an upward trend, or this indicates a bullish momentum, okay? And then whenever those black bars go below the zero line, then that indicates a bearish momentum, it's a downtrend, right? Simple as that, right? However, we don't really use it for that. We only use it to make the convergence and divergence, right? So for instance here, like I said, we're always expecting the indicator to follow whatever the price is doing, which may not always be the case though, okay? For example, here you can see the price has made a high, we made a higher high, we made a higher high, okay? So price is basically made a higher high, which is not really reflected on the MACD. In fact, MACD seems to be going down, okay? So whatever the price is doing here, you can see price seems to be going up, but then the MACD is not basically agreeing with the price movement, okay? So normally this is regarded as a selling opportunity. It's a selling signal, okay? So it's basically all of this upward move here, it's a fugazi, it's not real, okay? According to the MACD, because MACD now says that although prices seem to be going up, but it won't be for long. The prices are going to go down, which they actually did, okay? So that is a divergence. Whenever you have histograms above zero line, you're looking for divergence, okay? And then when they are below zero line, that's convergence. Some people may say it's a bullish divergence, okay? Whatever you want to call it, it's much more important to know what it means, okay? For instance, let's look at what happened here, right? So here, the market made a low and then a lower low, right? We made a low and then a lower low. So prices meaning they are dropping. But when you turn to your MACD, we made a higher low. So we made a low here and a much higher low. So you see now it's not really one and the same thing. So in that case scenario, you trade in a direction of the indicator, right? It doesn't really have to be a MACD. There's lots of other indicators that also provide you with divergence and convergence. That would be RSI, also the CCI as well. Some people trade the stochastic divergence, which I don't really condone or recommend. But yeah, okay. That would be MACD divergence and convergence. So basically, whenever that arises, it's simply trading in the direction of the indicator, okay, whatever indicator you're using, okay. Yeah. So here, although prices seem to be going up, but the indicator was saying prices are going to go down. So you trade basically, although prices are going up at that moment, which may be counterintuitive, you will be selling basically, okay. Same thing here. With this being a convergence, you buy because prices seem to be going down, but then you're looking for buying opportunities or buying signals, okay? That's how you trade MACD divergence. Now the question becomes, at which point do you really should buy or sell, right? And now that we've identified divergence and convergence, right? Now at which point do you really click buy or sell? Let's take this one for example, okay? You see how the prices dropped to make a low, and then they dropped further to make a lower low, okay? And then the MACD made a higher low. So at which point do you then click buy? when the MACD is forming that second low, that higher low, basically, that's where you buy, okay? Provided that the MACD makes a shorter histogram, okay? Those black bars there, MACD is supposed to make a much shorter histogram than the previous one, okay? So, which may not always be easy to discern which one is shorter than which one, right? So in that case scenario, what you do is simply move your cursor over those histograms, okay? And then there will be that pop-up menu or pop-up window, whatever it's called. The second of last at the bottom, where it says value, okay? So the value of this current histogram is 0.001344, 0.001344, right? And then the following one is it's 0.001281, okay? So the previous one was 1344, this one is 1281, meaning the current one is actually shorter than the previous one. So that's where you then click buy, okay? Yeah, that's how you simply trade MACD divergence or convergence, but you always trade in the direction of the indicator, okay, no matter what indicator you're using, okay? Thanks. Hopefully you learned something. Till we meet again in the next video.